Good evening. Wow, that's loud. Welcome to tonight's meeting of the Nashua Board of Education Human Resources Committee at the Nashua High School Boardroom. It is May 22nd, and it is, looks like 5:38. We'll call it 5:38. And I'm calling this meeting to order. I will begin with a roll call for attendance. Ms. Raymond, do you want to do the roll call since you're taking notes, please?
Sure. Ms. Giglio?
Here.
Ms. Johnson?
Present.
Ms. Oden is on her way. Ms. Raymond is also here. We have Ms. Duffy. And also joining us tonight are Ms. Brown and Ms. Bishop, who are sitting in the view. Okay. I didn't miss anybody else who's participating.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to go into non-public.
Before we look at anything? Okay, under what reason?
Under RSA 91A:3, 2A,
Okay,
the dismissal, promotion, or compensation of any public employee, or the disciplinary of such employee, or the investigation of any charges against him unless the employee affected, one, has a right to a meeting, and two, requests an open meeting, in which case the request shall be granted. Is that what you're asking for?
do I hear a second?
I'll second it,
Okay,
because I would like to hear Ms. Johnson.
all those in favor of going into non-public? Aye.
And it was at the request of Ms. Brown.
Welcome back to tonight's meeting of the HR Committee of the Nashua Board of Education. And now I am looking for a motion to vote on the personnel recommendations.
No.
No, we've got to make a
Oh, no, we
motion
have to, wait a
to
minute.
seal the minutes.
Yep. I'm looking for a motion to seal the minutes.
So moved.
Okay, I'll second it. Motion is,
All in favor?
Aye.
wait, we got to
Wait, we
write
got to
down
do roll call.
the 3 reasons, and I have to roll call it. So because it will, it's either adversely affect a reputation other than a member of this board or render a proposed action ineffective, I would suggest 2, an action ineffective, since we talked about personnel recommendations. Okay? So on the motion, again, just HR committee members who were present during the non-public, I'm a yes. Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
And Ms. Giglio?
Yes.
Okay, so the motion to seal passed, and now we're going back to public minutes. Okay, thank you.
So we can proceed.
Yes, sorry, I just wanted to make sure I filled out the form completely.
That's excellent.
Oh, and just note on the minutes for Ms. Kinsella that Ms. Oden arrived at 5:43 p.m. during the non-public, and so she makes a quorum, and I will step down, and she will be the voting member.
Will you continue to take the notes for us?
I will continue to take notes.
Thank you, Mrs. Raymond. Okay, so what I'm looking for now is a motion to approve the personnel recommendations made tonight in the packet in front of you.
So moved. Oh, wait a second. Are we,
I'm looking for a motion, and she made it, so did you second it?
no, I'll second it. Okay. On the personnel recommendations, are we going to eliminate number 3?
Yes.
Yes, so I'll amend it to eliminate number 3 on the personnel recommendations.
Without number 3. All right, so the motion is to approve the personnel recommendations with the exception of number 3. That,
I'll second that.
I'm sorry, that was, okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? 3-0. Okay, next, we are looking at administrative recommendations for the Assistant Director of Special Education, Title I Director, Preschool Coordinator, and Director of Adult Education. Should we do these individually, Mrs. Raymond?
Yes,
Okay.
because typically we invite the people who are here in case people have questions,
Okay.
and just to get to know them. It's exciting.
Then I'm looking for a recommendation to elect Thomas Beer to the position of Assistant Director of Special Education for the 2023 to 24 school year at a salary of $100,518.
I'll second that.
Can we meet him and talk to him and
Yeah.
ask him questions?
Yep, you would like to do that before
we-
the vote? Sure. Is he here?
He is.
Oh, great.
So, Tom, if you want to come down and have a seat around the horseshoe, that would be great.
Thank you, everyone.
Hi. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So I'll keep it short. This will be beginning, I believe, my 23rd year in education. I come from a background mainly focused on special education and with a running thread of leadership development as well. I have a lot of confidence in our new director, Dan Alexander, and I had the opportunity to meet with Dr. Andre last week and really saw a vision for this district that impresses me and that feels very closely aligned with my own values.
Are there any questions? Ms. Johnson?
Yes, could you give me a little taste of your vision?
Absolutely. So I'm a relationship person, and so this role, as I understand it, works very closely with folks in the building. I'm lucky that I have had the opportunity to get to know some of the building leaders as well in the last few years. And so first and foremost, I think it's about listening and understanding what the needs are. I think in the long run, capacity building is first and foremost. I know districts in general deal with rising trends of turnover in the classrooms and in service positions, and so I think that the extent to which we can build capacity is really important. Continuing to build the really solid programs here, so I'm a little bit familiar with, for example, the Brentwood program and Signs of Learning at New Searle School, and I'm just really impressed and proud to be a part of that work as well. And then I think finally for me, the unknown is what do the jobs and the citizenship of the future look like for our young people? I don't have the answers to that, but it's a question that I think we pursue together. This world is rapidly changing, and so we want to make sure that these young folks are prepared to be leaders and good citizens.
Ms. Oden?
Yes, I was just wondering, what do you see as the biggest challenge coming to Nashua?
That's a wonderful question. So for me, I think it'll just be getting to know the district. This is, I think, the second largest district in New Hampshire. And I know socioeconomically and demographically very diverse and geographically unique. And so I think really coming to know the community is something that's really important to me and kind of a starting point.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Oh, Mrs. Raymond?
Thank you. Thank you and welcome. Thank you so much for coming here tonight.
Thank you.
So I was just kind of looking over your resume and I see that you have a wide variety of experience in a lot of different places. Can you just talk to us a little bit about how you think that experience will fit with Nashua? Because I know Pelham, for example, is very different as far as their demographics than the Nashua kids are. And we, of course, have many, many more special education programs than they do in other districts. But I'm looking at your resume and you've been like all over the country. So
So I'll note for the board, something I mentioned at the interview committee, I've been a trailing spouse twice. And so, yes, I've worked more time in Louisiana and Massachusetts than in New Hampshire so far. And so, and you'll notice that some of my background relates more to the world of policy and research. So I do find that my experience having worked in two states' departments of education can be really valuable because the district falls under the scrutiny for monitoring and technical support. And it's important to kind of understand how the state's mechanism and laws work around special education. So I would point out that my own teaching experience way back was in a city school system. I taught in New Orleans public schools, and I taught special education middle and high school. And I draw on those early years every day as well.
is there anything that you think that Nashua could learn from some of your experience, especially I'm thinking New Hampshire, not New Hampshire, Massachusetts, directly to our south. They're kind of the national leader in education right now. So is there anything that you're hoping to bring to us?
I'd leave that question open, so I don't know yet. I think I'll do my best to leverage my experience to offer a different viewpoint from time to time. I think I don't have any illusion that just by saying that I know better or know something different that folks will care what I have to say. So I really think it's about credentialing myself with the folks that have been here doing the hard work. I think that's not a question to be dropped. It's just a question that I don't know what the exact answer is yet.
Ms. Oden?
Could I just say, I see people looking in the windows. I think they think we're still in non-public. If somebody could let them know, they certainly are welcome to come in, meet some of our new people. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Oden. Are there any other questions for Mr. Beers? Mr. Beer? If not, I think we should vote. All those in favor of the recommendation to hire him, please say yes. Yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Okay, congratulations, you're one of us.
Thank you. Okay, I'll dismiss my.
No, okay, good.
Come on, he's here. Jimmy's saying, come on, let's go.
Okay, next, I'm looking for a motion to honor the recommendation to elect Sherry Fulton to the position of Title I Director as a .6 FTE for the 2023-2024 school year at a salary of $62,977.20. Do I have a
Second.
motion? I'm looking for a motion first.
So
So moved.
I'll second.
Thank you. I don't believe she's here tonight, so I think we just need to go right ahead to the vote, since we will not have a chance to talk with her this evening, but she's been in the district.
I think you want to speak to it.
Well, if you want to speak first, I'll let you go.
No, I'll let you go first.
Let's flip a coin here.
So, no, I think we're just really pleased that we're able to retain Sherry in the district in a new capacity. I think everybody on the board knows her leadership, her professionalism, and what she is as an asset to not only Dr. Chris, but the entire school committee. So we are very fortunate that Sherry was interested in this position, and I just can't say enough good things about her. So again, I think this is a win for the school district, but more importantly for the students.
Thank you, Dr. Andrade.
Can I just add to that? We're very fortunate to have Sherry back. Sherry worked for 3 years for the full-time Title I directorship, so she's very familiar with the program. She's been an outstanding principal. I think she's been in the district close to 20 years. So we're glad that she has taken some time from her retirement to spend with our district and our kids. So thank you.
Ms. Raymond?
Thank you. I just have a question about it. I, too, am 100% in favor of Ms. Fulton staying with us, and I think that the MTSS work that she's done over at Dr. Chris was a leader for our entire district, so I'm excited to see her as a Title I coordinator and kind of sharing what they've done so well over there. But it's .6. What about the other .4?
So we've had the conversation internally. So I think the big difference is when it was a full-time position, that the preschool was over at the church. And so now that it's no longer at the church, it actually frees up time to concentrate solely on the grant and coordinating with the building principals. So that's been the biggest difference of why it's .6 instead of a 1.0.
Okay, thank you.
Can I just add, she was considered the principal over at the Title I school because she was the administrator there, but seeing where they now have their own principal, she doesn't have to fulfill that job. Thank you.
Anything else before we vote? Okay, there's a motion on the table. It's been seconded to approve the recommendation to elect Sherry Fulton. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next, I'm looking for a motion for the recommendation from the administration to elect Jillian Cook to the position of preschool coordinator at Franklin Street School for the 2023-2024 school year at a salary of $70,000.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Is she here?
She is not here tonight. She has a really good reason for not being here tonight. Ms.
Ms. Cook is currently 39 weeks pregnant and due any minute.
Oh, my goodness.
So she could not be here with us tonight.
So you're going to accept the award for her, right?
I will accept the award on her behalf, yes.
So I'm sure we'll get a chance to meet her later and talk with her as the school year begins. But, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Finally, there's an administrative recommendation to elect Jacqueline Lesser to the position of Director of Adult Education for the 2023-2024 school year at a salary of $91,846. I'd like a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
I'll second.
And is she here tonight? Oh, there she is. Hi. Okay.
Good evening.
Would you like to tell us some things about yourself?
Sure. I have been an employee of the Nashua School District for over 20 years now. I started as a para. I moved up to a teacher. I got my Alt 4 math credential, administrative credential, and ELL credential. I sit before you to be approved as the next Director of Adult Ed. This is a program I've worked in for most of my career. This section of our educational offerings covers driver's ed, summer school, adult night school, competency recovery, and community education. I've worked as the co-director this past year and feel prepared to step up to this new role. I look forward to managing the alternative pathways adult ed offers to our learners. When traditional day school options are not working for a student, the alternative programs offered through adult ed are a way to help our students complete a high school diploma, our goal for every student.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Ms. Raymond?
I'm so excited that you're going to move into this position. Are we losing you for summer school?
No.
Just because every year I go to the summer school graduation, and to me, that's one of the most meaningful commencement ceremonies that we have, and I just think that the program has run so well over the last few years.
Yes, it really has.
I mean,
Lori.
I will vote for you to move into adult ed if that's what you really want, even if we do lose you for summer school, but I'm excited about this, so
Summer school falls
congratulations.
under the adult ed umbrella.
Oh, yay! Oh, so that's better, okay.
Any other questions? Okay, I think we should take a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oh, I'm not voting, sorry.
Opposed? Welcome. We're happy to have you move to your new position here with us. Thank you. Okay, I do not see any other items on the agenda for HR tonight, so unless anyone has anything to bring up at this point, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay, a vote on adjournment. Everyone say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Good evening.